行到膀胱。
The energy enters your urinary bladder, 3 to 5 p.m. But now the yang qi is really weak. It's really declining. Yin qi is growing strong.
对。然后再往下走5点。
Keep going. Let's continue. 5 o'clock.
到7点。这个时候呢，我们的内气、阳气越来越少，阴气越来越多。
So again, look at 5 to 7. The yang qi is less and less, and the yin qi is more and more.
我们的气运行到了肾。
Now the energy goes into the kidneys.
这个时候肾的气最强。
This is when the kidneys qi is the strongest.
如果他会把这个他的藏的精，这个时候由于他的气强，会释放出来，让我们有更多的精力，所以我们这个时候吃饭也比较容易消化。但是呢，只能吃7分饱，比中午的8分更少。
So now, even though the kidneys are strong from 5 to 7, and they're storing our hormonal essence, our jing, we can eat at this time to supplement our energy, but we should only eat to 70% full. Because if we overeat, then the yang qi of the kidney has to help us digest, and then we take away from its ability to store.
在我们的气里边，有阳气有阴气，但是有的时候阳气多一点，有的时候阴气多一点，没有绝对的阳气和阴气，阴气和阳气都是在一起的，只是多少。
So, qi is just one energy, but you can say there's yang qi and there's yin qi. And sometimes an energy is more yin or more yang. Sometimes it's balanced, but they're all part of one energy.
然后这里呢是7点到9点。
So 7 to 9 p.m.
我们的气运行到了心包。
Now it goes into the pericardium.
心脏外围的那个心包实际上就是冠状动脉。
The bag or the protector of the heart. It's the fascia around the heart that holds it.
对。
Literally heart bag.
我们的心包主要是指冠状动脉，而冠状动脉对我们非常重要，它就是供应我们心脏血液的那个管道。
It regulates the pericardium regulates all the vessels.
它像一顶帽子。
Arteries and veins.
对，然后有那个3个动脉血管，然后有3个静脉血管出来的，所以呢，这个时候它的气虽然是最旺，但是这个时候呢，由于我们刚吃过饭。我们慢慢的休息一下，不要让它过多的劳累。
So, because this relates to the heart and to the emotions, and you've just eaten dinner, you've supplemented your qi. You don't want to do anything really active right after dinner, just like lunch. You want to relax and settle down for a little bit. That,
like a walk.
Movie time? A gentle walk, yeah.
然后这里是亥时，就是9点到23点，11点
，9 to 11 p.m.
这个时候呢。阴气开始越来越重了，阳气越来越少了。
Now the yin qi is really strong. It's really reaching. It's growing.
这个时候我们身体阴气在外，阳气在内。
At this time, the yang qi is deep inside the body, and the yin qi is on the outside. This is the opposite of the daytime.
我们身体阴气重了，阴气盛了，阳气少了，所以我们的抵抗风寒的能力也减弱了。
So at this time, our immune system's ability to push off invading pathogens from the wind, from the cold, from bacteria and viruses is very weak because that yang qi that normally protects us from those things is deep in the organs, regenerating, healing our own body.
所以这个时候我们要休息，不要扰动筋骨。
So this is not the time to go to 24-hour fitness.
如果这个时候你还不睡觉，到第2天。
So you already, if you're not getting ready to go to bed or sleeping at this time, you're already jeopardizing your next day's vital energies.
7 to 9?
We're at 9 to 11.
What was the organ?
Oh, it's the triple burner.
Oh, thank you.
The triple burner.
然后
那个三角可以说几句话，可能有的人没有学到中医，可能没有什么概念。可以说比较简单一点的，或者实用一点。
三焦是2个方面。
So there's 2 aspects to the triple burners, and some of you probably haven't heard of this strange organ.
为什么说要说焦呢？这个焦是火的意思。
So what does jiao mean? It means fire, burner.
是 它有2个意思。第一个意思是指我们身体的3个部位，上面
So one is just separation of the body, the upper jiao, the middle jiao, and the lower jiao.
这
The
是
three burners.
这是第一个意思。第二个意思是，我们身体整个身体水的通道，从头到脚
You can
水的通
you
道
can。also think of 血还是水？
水，
水。
水在我们身体循环，从头到脚循环一个通道，整个的通道。
You can also think of it as the pathway for water in the body.
因为我们这个水的运行循环都需要火，需要阳气，所以三焦
So think about this. What does water require to move?
就是指3个部分都有阳
Which
气。
is yang qi.
嗯，
So the water requires yang qi to move.
三焦就是3个部分都有阳气，是
So,
整个
so there's
一
yang qi in each of these 3 sections of the body, and then there's the yang qi that moves water throughout the body, in between everything. 有没有听说过西方的科学有说，三焦有一点像我们的淋巴系统，因为淋巴系统也是关于水。
对有这个意思。
Yeah. So some people believe, and he seems to be open to it, that the lymph system is very similar, and we have 3 cavities in the human body, right? Even in Western physiology, and our lymph system moves liquid and fluid in the body. So there could be a connection between those 2 things. Also, how do you move your lymph? You exercise. What does that do? It creates yang qi, creates movement. So it matches to the stuff.
然后这个亥这个时间段，
This time period, this character is called Hai, H-A-I, the Hai time.
还有一个意思就是怀孕的意思。
Huai Yun.
对，
The other meaning to this Hai is pregnant.
你看这是肾，
This is kidneys.
肾是干什么？肾藏精，对吧？
So what does Shen do? It stores the Jing, your
Right.
essence.
然后这个精出来以后呢，这个是心，是你要用心，你要用心。然后晚上睡在床上干什么呢？就，我就不好说了。然后这里呢，就让你的妻子怀孕了。
He says, so you got your kidneys, they store your essence, right? And then you come over here, and you see the shin bao, the pericardium? What's that? That's your heart. It's something you're passionate about. You have fire for it. And then what are you doing at this time? You're in bed. So what do you think happens? He said, I'm embarrassed to say, but then you have a child here, pregnancy. So it has this other meaning embedded in it. This,
这个呢，就是在亥的下面，就是怀的这个宝宝。
and so you can see under the child is the baby inside. You see the little dot inside the white dot inside the black.
然后这里呢是子，
And here's zi. This zi means child.
在我们中国人说生的孩子，
Haizi. So together these 2 characters are haizi.
你看这里就出生了，这里就出生了，一阳出生。
Yep. And this is what's born right here. What's born right here? Yang qi is born. It's the very beginning of yang qi. One of the cool things about this, and it's beyond the scope of what we're talking about right now, but when you understand this, you treat patients differently, because you're able to say, okay, I'm going to start to slightly increase their yang qi at this time in their life, in their pregnancy, in their cycle. And then you also, if you're not an acupuncturist, you do it in yourself, in this case by sleeping.
从三焦，到了这个11点到1点，你看我们的气就走到
So
了，
we're going to 11 to 1 a.m. now, to the zi hour.
就走到了胆。
We're back to the beginning, to the gallbladder.
胆是阳气生的地方。
This is the birth of yang qi is in the gallbladder.
我们那个学过中医的人有一个概念，就是足少阳胆经是从这里，
So check this out, related back to our form.
然后一直到我们的胆里边。
The gallbladder on the left side starts right here and comes up the side of the body, the gallbladder
对
channel.，
然后有了这个胆，才会，胆是什么？胆是阳气生的地方，对吧？阳气储存阳气的地方，就是说虽然是从这里，是天给我们的，
This energy comes from outside of us. It comes from the
但是到了
the
我们
heavens,
身
from
上
the
要
cosmos.
集中在胆里。
But then we store it here.
我们这个身体有了这个胆，我们的心、我们的思维才会有光明，才能 可以思考问题。
And because we have this light in us, because we have this yang qi, that gives us the ability to think, to have thoughts.
我们的生命才可以正常的，我们的生命才可以正常的展开。
And that yang qi that's from the gallbladder allows our life to have its process of development to grow
所以这
from.
里也可以说，这个胆和子也可以说是生命的开始。
So you could say that this part here is the beginning of all life. The gallbladder is the beginning of all life.
这在国外我不知道，在我们中国的传统文化里边还有一个概念，就是为什么我们的政府要叫共产党？这个党就是有光明，有了光明就有了生命，就有了希望，就有了火，有了温暖，对不对？所以，我们的政府就告诉我们的人民，你们要听党的话。
Yeah. 是一样的字吗？
不是一样的字，
但
但
是
是他的理论是从这里来
Okay,
的。
got it. He said, so just an interesting historical piece. He knows it's probably different in our country, but the governmental party is called the Gongchan Dan in this country. And that Dan represents the yang qi, the ability to make decisions for the people, the ability to have forethought and thinking, and so that people will listen and follow along. So it's the same thing. And also, I thought it's an interesting cultural parallel that when you have courage, your courage comes from your gallbladder in Chinese medicine. And we have the same idea, like look at the gall of that person, gallbladder, right? So it's the same idea that there's something in this organ that relates to decisiveness and starting things and planning, doing something, following through even, yeah.
我不知道我们中国是这样，但是我不知道外国是怎么回事。但是你们美国也有啊，共和党啊，什么党
Yeah,
什么党
yeah,
也有啊，你们也要听党的话。
Says, I know it's different, but you guys in America, you have a government too, and you have to listen to them at least to some extent.
OK， 好，我们就先讲到这里，让大家回忆一下有没有意思。
Okay, so just think about it. What questions come up for you?
有什么不清楚的可以问我。
What about somebody who's had their gallbladder removed?
如果有人是开手术，那个胆已经拿掉了，怎么办？
那个胆拿掉了，但是那个胆的功能还有一部分存在。
Even though the gallbladder has been removed, its function is still in the body.
其实，比如说这是胆囊，它是生在肝脏里边，它连接是肝，对吧？虽然胆囊拿掉了，但是会从肝的很多部分把那个胆汁出来。
So let's say, this is your liver and your gallbladder is attached. Now, your gallbladder was depending on your liver for a lot of its bile and other things. So now you remove the gallbladder because it's diseased or whatever, the liver's still going to it's going to take over some of its functions.
Okay.
Just by secreting that stuff, even though it doesn't have that extra step of processing, it can take over some of the function.
当然，如果我们的胆拿掉了，对我们的生理的健康是会有影响。
Of course, it's going to affect our overall health, though.
Energetically is continued. In Chinese medicine, if you remove organ, is energetically function still exists.
When is the best time to walk? And do you have to do Tai Chi according to what time it is?
Great question. 他说，什么时候一天哪一个时间最好走一走走路，然后练太极的时间什么时候是最好的？
练太极的时间，是这样的。练太极实际上是一种在我们的概念当中是练内功。
So to practice Tai Chi is to practice internal cultivation.
它有两个概念，第一个是，你看，我们刚才说了子时，
So back to the zishir, the child,
晚上的11点到1点，
the 11 to 1 a.m., 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.
这个时候如果你练静功，静静的不动，修炼专门的静功，这样可以培养我们的阳气。
So if you practice standing meditation at that time, and that's the time when you're storing Jing, you accentuate, you amplify the body's ability to store the Jing.
第二个时间，中午的11点到1点，
And now let's go to another time, midday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
这个时候叫午时一阴生，就是午时的时候阴气刚刚生， 然后这个时候我们练进攻可以增强我们阴气的
Now,
生长。
at noon, the sun's reached its highest, right? Yang has reached its peak. Now, we think that's like the hot time, but what we don't see is that now the sun is declining, yin is growing. So if we sit down and we meditate at that time, high noon, we can enhance the growth of yin in our body, which is the blood, the fluid, the nourishment, the replenishment.
这两个时候就是子午这两个时候练进攻，对增强我们阴阳的平衡最好。
So these two times, standing meditation at night, seated meditation in the midday, are the best times for quiescent meditation. Not Tai Chi yet. He hasn't talked about that.
如果走路的话，饭后一个小时，饭后半个小时，或者是饭后20分钟，最短饭后20分钟，但是
So,
要慢慢的出来走。
Walking,
慢慢地
you can walk anytime, but it's best to wait at least 20 minutes after you've eaten to walk.
特
20
别
minutes, 30 minutes.
特别是中午的时候，你吃过饭20分钟以后，最好不要走，躺上床去睡半个小时，然后起来以后你再走，再活动。
So you can, after lunch, just do some simple housework. Don't do anything too draining. 20 minutes. Take your nap, and then after you wake up from your nap, you can take a walk to reinvigorate yourself. 那练太极拳吗？
练太极可以啊。
你说进攻的时间，那热处和
不是，
那个时间是
比如说子时和午时这两个时候是练进攻的时候。
OK。那练东宫是什么时候练东宫是最好的？
动功很简单嘛，你看这里就看得出来了。
So I just asked him, you give us internal. When do we do Tai Chi? That's moving meditation, right?
你看
东宫。，
我们看这个图，这个是阳气生，对吧？阳气生，然后这里都阳气很少，然后这里呢，就是已经阳气有明显的往上升了，就在这个时候开始，在这个时候练，这个时候轻微的活动一下，然后这个时候练最好，也就是8点到9点这个时候开始练。
So just like we were talking about from 5 a.m., the yang qi is growing, the sun starts to come out. We can
阳
start
气
to
上升的时候开始运
we
动
can，start to warm up our bodies, and then 7 o'clock we can get into more vigorous stuff, and then between 8 and 9 you can do whatever you need to do for exercise, and then that's it.
然后阴气开始生的时候休息。
And then when the yin qi starts to increase, that's when we want to rest. So that's why we did the quiet meditation during the midday and midnight.
So between 8 and 9 a.m.
Yes, 7 to 9 really.
The 7 to 9 region is when you want to do anything invigorating or
Right.
just Tai Chi.
Right, because the yang qi is still growing. So if you do more vigorous exercise, the environment's still replenishing you as you're expending it.
OK，还有什么问吗？
How about other questions?